Welcome back to Roy's Universe. So today, guys, we're going to discuss the significations of the birth number 7 with Life Path 1. If you guys have questions regarding what the birth number 7 entails as a higher frequency, as a result of spirituality, please watch my video that I made yesterday, before watching this video. It'll help you out a lot. In regards to birth number 7, a little bit of a review. It's represented by Kietu, which is a south node of the moon. It gives you guys a very special intelligence when it comes to your sixth sense. Intuition and analytical abilities are very much enhanced. This only takes effect if you were born on the 7th, 16th, or 25th. There's a lot of signification with number 7 as being a God holy number. Of course, they have as Christmas, December 25th. A lot of people born on 7 days tend to be very, very, not really, I'm not going to say God-fearing specifically, because that's a very Christian or Catholic way of putting it. But they do fear a higher entity of some sort, and they have faith within it. This comes not from a logical perspective, but more from a spiritual feeling. And this really guides these people, which includes myself, in regarding to gut instinct and really having like almost a selfless care for humanity. At the same time, there's a paradoxical part to it that makes us very much hot-headed, makes us very empathetic, and as a result, we sort of almost hate the world for the way in which the systems work. So this can make you somebody who both has a lot of love, but a lot of hate. And it's almost contradictory to one another, but it's from the same core. It's from a spiritual perspective. When you have Life Path 1 alongside the number 7, Life Path 1 entails innovation, righteousness, the energy of the sun, perseverance, and a very high need for independence. 7 and 1 are both by themselves sort of numbers. So when it comes down to it, 7 as Kietu actually is the eclipse of the sun. So when we look at it from a Chaldean numerology perspective, they're saying that this isn't the best luck number combination. They're saying that this is something that makes somebody very secluded, very much somebody who wants to work for themselves, but also doesn't want to deal with a lot of other people. Where these people are very much about doing things themselves, not relying on people for financial or emotional support, but they do have a lot of obstacles along their way if they want material success or that fame or recognition. The reason behind this is because the number 7 is a very anti-material number, anti-pleasure. It's all about spirituality and deeper meaning from outside of this universe. As a result, you guys need to become very, very detached to get what you want. You need to learn about the laws of the universe and how karma and all these things interplay, and how karma is very much, it's put into more justice seeking than the reality of what karma actually is. There's evil people that become successful, and there's going to be good people that become successful, because of the habits that they do each day, which are the results of karma. Your habits are still going to have a huge role. So let's say you see an evil person who becomes very, very successful in what it is that they're doing. They might have good habits. They might have a very good work ethic, and then in turn, they reach a high pinnacle of success. That doesn't mean they're not going to pay for the evil deeds they've done, but it's not just going to come at this very moment. There might be something different that comes. When you see a good person that's not very successful, they might be very good and nice and giving, but that same giving nature doesn't allow them to budget, doesn't allow them to have a good work ethic when it comes to showing up to work, or having a good entrepreneurial sort of mindset when it comes to mitigating risks and accumulating more knowledge. These things all depend, and they actually rely on karma. If you're doing things, karma has different categories and different ways of repaying you. It's called the law of compensation. So the number 7 people understand that self-sacrifice, the sacrificial nature that was sort of personified by Jesus in the Bible, is sort of what you need to have. A very sacrificial nature if you want to be number 1. You're going to have to sacrifice your vices, sacrifice your comfort zone, and really sacrifice a lot of your social life in order to really concentrate and see the real meaning of you being here. A prime example of somebody with this number combination exactly at birth number 7 with Life Path 1 is, I'm in Canada, so Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister. He's somebody who's quite modest. He seems pretty humble from an outside standpoint. Don't know this guy personally. And he's been somebody who's been pretty self-reliant. He's definitely had family ties that's helped him get to where he wants to go. But he's been very discreet and not very overly opinionated or overly arrogant in comparison to somebody like Donald Trump or somebody else in the political races than other countries that are more aggressive, who have different number combinations. Trudeau's the prime example from an outside view, I'll say that again, of somebody who has been able to reach the top by being very discreet and also having a very good organizational ability. I'm not saying any morality of this guy. I'm not saying I like him or do not like him. I'm not making any political opinion. What I'm saying is just the facts of how he's come up into the power that he's come up in. All right? A lot of ideal occupations for people with this name combination will be government, of course, anything to do with working by yourself, so different sort of things regarding even transport trucks, people that have their own businesses, entrepreneurs, administrative jobs that don't really demand, like not the whole HR position, but somebody who's more in the financial sector, like accountants, people that really understand systems. So what you have to understand is that you guys are very good at organizing and placing things in the categories that they belong in. You can really be of great value to a company when you do that, but you can also be of great value to yourself if you make a business that revolves around you offering a service that helps people do that. So you can be a financial advisor, you guys can be different sort of analysts, scientists, medical professionals such as like doctors that actually specialize in very specific things, such as naturopaths, chiropractors, physiotherapists. These people have designated jobs because they're specialists. So when you choose your career, say, okay, this is whatever career it is, where are you going to pinpoint and specialize? Once you figure out where you're going to specialize, you're meeting the requirements of the number 7. Then you're going to figure out how to become the best at this, and you become the best by sharpening and honing in on your skills. That's how you become number 1. So using all the symbolism of the 7 and 1, you then figure out what first you want to get, and then how you're going to attain it. Another big thing is your name number. With this sort of combination, the best recommendation that I can give you guys would be something in regards to the number 6 is the very best name number. Specifically 42 is going to give you guys extreme success. The number 5 will be very good for you guys as well, but those are the only 2. 1 is in opposition with the, it just won't really go with the birth number 7. Too much of the 1 will just make you not overly ambitious, but just overly materialistic, which will lead to bad luck from the number 7 through the law of compensation. So you want to avoid the number 1. Number 2 is going to be horrible because it's in opposition to the number 1. Number 3 doesn't produce any good results here. It's more based on material wisdom and expansion in the material world, which is in opposition to the number 7. 4 is too malefic. Going with the number 7 is going to lead to horrible results. The 8 is always about obstructions. The 9 is okay, but unfortunately, it's the enemy to the number 7. Mars and K2 do not get along whatsoever, so please do not use number 9 as a name number. Your good luck days are any days that fall under the number connotations number 1, 5, or 6. And good luck gems will be gold and sapphire. Blue sapphire is okay for you guys as well. And amethyst to really help with the emotional volatility that comes with this sort of combination. Avoid ruby because even though ruby works good with the sun, number 1, it'll cause you to have irrational thinking when it's associated with the number 7. So it'll actually give too much vitality to the root chakra, your bottom chakra, and take it from the upper chakras that you guys already have very naturally. So be very, very careful. Please do not use ruby on any part of your skin. But aside from that, that should conclude this video, guys. If you have any questions for me whatsoever, just please leave it below in the comment section. Aside from that, like, subscribe, holla at me. It's over today, guys. Peace.